Hey everybody, we're back with Off the Highway, and I'm going off the highway. We're talking way off that highway with that guy right there. That is Michael Kimpan, friend of mine. He's the executive director of the Marin Foundation, building bridges between the LGBTQ community and communities of faith. Marin Foundation. So, Michael, good to see you.
Tony, always good to see you.
So you're straight, right?
That is what they say, and it is true.
And you're also a Jesus guy, right?
I am. I am compelled by the life teachings and example of Jesus.
Okay, good.
That's the way I say it.
So my question for you is like, do you not like yourself very much? Like, why would you throw yourself as a straight Christian guy into the gay and lesbian world in this like radical way through the Marin Foundation as the executive director? That doesn't seem like a really wise sort of lifestyle choice.
Oh, I hate how you phrased that. And yet, at the same time, there's so much truth to it, right? Because there's a real polarizing disconnect between the LGBTQ community and communities of faith, specifically in the States with the evangelical community. We've got bad blood that goes histories, decades, right? But one of the things that I experienced as someone who grew up in the church and grew up in evangelical conservative communities was that I had built kind of my own theology and all of my own answers, and I figured out everything that I needed to know in life by the time that I was 22 and graduated from Moody. And then real life happened, and I experienced a really nasty divorce and was marginalized by the community of faith that I grew up in. And it was through years of experience, I ended up working at a coffee shop with little green aprons. You may know it as Starbucks coffee. And my boss was gay. And he and I developed a really strong friendship in the midst of this crisis of faith for me. And one of the things that I experienced in my relationship with Eric and in my relationship with Eric's gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender friends was that they provided the type of community and acceptance and welcome that is evident in the radical hospitality of Jesus. And many of them, most of them, did not subscribe to Christianity or any organized religion. And yet I experienced Christ incarnate in my relationships with them. And so when I came back to my faith and began to kind of deconstruct what I grew up with and reconstruct what it is that I believed by going over the Gospels for a period of about 3 years in this church that I was a part of, I began to ask questions. Is there space for me as someone who's gone through divorce and has made bad decisions? Is there space for me in ministry? Is there space for me in kingdom work? And if there's space for me as someone who's been marginalized by the very same people that used to reflect the same values that I did, is there also space for my gay and lesbian brothers and sisters? And so that really began to compel me and push me. My pastor gave me Andrew Marin's book, Love as an Orientation. Andrew's the founder and president of our organization. And that really began to shape my own philosophy in terms of how to better engage the gay community from a Christian perspective, a Christ-centered perspective. So pieces fell into place. I ended up at the Marin Foundation. I would not want to be doing anything other than what I'm doing right now.
And in all seriousness, Michael, I just want you to know that my personal gratitude for the work that you do. I think it's significant. And the work that you guys do in churches, in Christian colleges, universities, in governmental organizations, helping build bridges between the gay community and those organizations. So thank you very much, everybody. That is Michael Kimpan, Executive Director of the Marin Foundation, www.themarinfoundation.org. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Tony. Thank you.